Hey YouTube, I want to offer my condolences to Brian Block for his loss. YouTube lost a great friend and supervisor. Bailey's loss has affected me more than one of my own pets would. Usually not that emotional about stuff like that. Devastates my wife. But can't believe this. Bailey will be missed all over YouTube. So thank you, Brian, for sharing your time with him with us, and he will be missed. Okay, I'm in the deep into the process of getting the mini lathe set up. I'm no longer using this tabletop as storage. Got everything washed down. I got all my tool holders out. I cleaned up all my magnets, and I'm going to put down my my flooring. I have some vinyl flooring. Supposedly it makes clean up a little easier, maybe. Start messing with the oils, but it's just a little remnant, you know, from the home improvement store. It makes it nice. So I need to get in here and work on the carriage. Now I got all my tool holders OXA, and they hang up here. And I really don't see any need. Okay, that one is specific to one. It's the only one that will hold this tool. But I'm almost thinking I'll start adding to that as I need things. So rather than putting my boring bar up there and what else we got, you know, the different, you know, my knurling attachment, and just leave it in the box till I need it. Set the tool up, hang it there. Otherwise it just collects dust. So I'll put a lid on the box, eliminate the dust collection, and it's a very capable machine, actually, even though it's literally a toy. I mean, it's a freaking joke. I mean, if you know, just looking at the tool holder, let me bring you in a little closer and show you the tool holders. So that's an OXA, and there's the CXA. I believe you could get, yeah, you could. Look at that. You get 1, 2, 3. There's enough material here to make 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, absolutely. So I guess you could say it's 4 times smaller than the CXA. But you know what it does? They do amazingly well. And they hang up here just fine. You just reach up and grab one. Your height's already set. So we need to get this thing tuned up. I need to work on my tailstock lock. The carriage lock is in good shape. Those are all features I added on. This riser block takes the place of the compound. And when I first made this piece, we need to loosen them gibs up a little bit. When I first made this piece, it extended all the way back here, which prevented me from using my chuck because I needed this clearance. So I just simply cut that block in half. And I have some plates that'll mount here and here to lock this in its position. But I choose to leave it adjustable with the little handle I also made for this lathe. This was an eBay CNC carriage stop. It's a 6-jaw chuck. And I got the 4-jaw and the 3-jaw. I got the gear cover on magnets, so it's easy on, easy off. There's a little look at the gear train. It's the gear train is 2080-2080, and then I got a whole stack of change gears for all my threading options. So I also made a custom slide back here with 6 set screws with ball bearings for riding on these surfaces. And I don't know, we might rethink that. I think it was brilliant. You know, I came up with that probably my first 6 months of owning this machine and pretending to be a machinist. Just you know, I started off just watching, you know, some of the big guys and imitating what they were doing. And along the way, a friend of mine provided me with toolboxes. He's a picker. Recently did some threading work for him on his clock. It was a house call. So he would provide me with these machinist toolboxes, and I would have all these tools, and I would go ahead and, you know, arrange them by shininess and color and sharpness, and put them in my drawers, and then you know, eventually I would see one of my tools on a video, and oh, that's what that is. Or I would get a tool catalog and identify some of the different tools that I had. And when I made little projects, it's like I always had what I needed. You know, I didn't know what it was, or you know, how much it cost, or you know, what it did, but I just, whether it's a piece of stock or a piece of tooling, or I just always seemed to have the right part to finish what I had in my head working out my project. Made a great lamp. There's a battery pack on it. Gave that to a dollhouse collector and builder friend of my wife's. And all kinds of non-conventional things, I guess you'd say. He's fine doing one of my lathe projects on the mini lathe. I think probably the most time-consuming mini lathe project was this drift, and I actually made all these discs and rubbed them on sandpaper on my cast iron surface plate, and lapping. Yes, I lapped all those. I put a threaded rod inside there, and ended up, you know, turning it and ended up with a very nice drift. Very flavorful. Turning it on centers, I was able to get it true, which doesn't need to be true. But anyway, I was able to do some pretty precision stuff with the mini lathe. I made did I make this one? I made my own MT2 tapers. I'm looking down into a box of stuff that used to be up on this wall that I took down. I think I actually bought this one. I think the one I made is actually in my go bag. Let's show you what I got here. I just got all my my tool holders down there, and change gears and depth gauge, Allen wrenches. These are all things that would be stored up here on these magnets, and all my MT3 and MT2 tools would go in these holes. Kind of, I guess it would be safe to put our chuck up there. I think, shit. Okay, a little distraction. I'm gonna go ahead and wire wheel my cleaver. It's been sharpened a few times, I would say. I imagine that blade used to be 5 inches deep. So let me bring out the grinder. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, this is a totally unexpected discovery that I made. And it's probably not the best way to treat this, but It locks right into place. And then I can release it here. See, I've done messed her up. Yeah, I broke it. Okay, Mr. Show Off. Fine. Like I said, probably not a great practice. Welcome to my world.